Whenever I make fries like this, everyone asks me for the recipe. I'm going to start by cutting the potatoes. I'm going to use 3 large potatoes for this recipe. We're about to prepare a very quick and tasty recipe, perfect for those who love potatoes. I already cut the potatoes, now I'm going to sprinkle a pinch of salt on top. Then I mix well so the salt gets distributed over all the pieces. That way, they start absorbing flavor. After mixing, I set them aside for now. Here on the stove, I turn on the heat and add the oil to the pot. We add enough oil to fry the potatoes evenly. It's important to have plenty of oil to achieve perfect frying. The ideal oil temperature is between 375 and 400 degrees Fahrenheit. I already added the oil, and now I let it heat up until it reaches the right temperature. When the oil is hot enough, start adding the potatoes. It's essential to place them carefully into the hot oil to avoid splattering. I've added all the potatoes to the pot. Now I let them fry until they're golden brown. Meanwhile, I put water in a saucepan and add 4 eggs. I let the eggs cook for about 15 minutes over medium heat. The potatoes are already fried. They're nice and crispy with a beautiful color. I turn off the heat. I remove the potatoes from the oil with a slotted spoon and set them aside for the next step. This dish turns out delicious, a different and practical way to serve potatoes. If you love potatoes like I do, this recipe is simply wonderful. My eggs are already cooked. Now I'm going to drain them, let them cool a bit, and peel them. In a skillet, I add 1 tablespoon of butter to start the sauté. Once the butter is melted, I add 3 chopped garlic cloves and sauté them well. When the garlic begins to brown, I add half of a chopped red bell pepper. I also add half of a yellow bell pepper and begin seasoning this sauté. I add a pinch of salt, a bit of paprika, and a pinch of black pepper. I sauté for a few more minutes to release the flavors of the spices. With the peppers already sautéed, I add the fried potatoes to the skillet. I mix well so the potatoes absorb the flavor of the sauté. Now I add the peeled hard-boiled eggs, chopped into large pieces. I gently mix everything together to keep the ingredients' texture and enhance the flavors. Then I add some chopped parsley to give the dish a fresh touch. I mix again to incorporate the parsley with all the ingredients. I finish by adding shredded mozzarella cheese, spreading it evenly over the potatoes. The aroma is already amazing, and the cheese is going to make it even more irresistible. I covered the skillet to let the cheese melt completely. And look, the cheese has already melted and covered the potatoes with a creamy layer. Now I carefully remove everything and serve it on a nice plate, ready for the table. Look how wonderful! A practical and delicious way to prepare potatoes at home. You're going to love this recipe. It's truly worth trying and making again and again.